Have you ever felt her slipping away? Her energy growing colder, her presence more distant. But every time you bring it up, she somehow flips the script so smoothly, you begin to doubt yourself. You walk away from the conversation, wondering if you're the problem, if you're imagining things, if your instincts are lying to you. That's not just miscommunication, that's manipulation. And if you fail to recognize it early, the cost isn't just heartbreak, it's brutal. We're talking about years of wasted time, confidence drained until you barely recognize yourself, and trust shattered so deeply it may never fully recover. Here's the truth. Most men don't realize until it's too late. Before she cheats, before she makes her exit, most women follow the same psychological playbook. It's subtle, it's clever, and it's disguised as normal, even mature. But underneath, those words and behaviors are designed to create distance, while she builds a life without you in secret. In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 exact lies women tell right before they betray you. I've heard these same patterns again and again in private sessions. As a psychologist and relationship coach, and if you can spot them early, you'll have the power to protect yourself instead of losing years to confusion and betrayal. But before we dig in, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below. Share the moment you first realized something was off in your relationship. Your story might be the wake-up call another man desperately needs. Now let's begin. Because the very first lie sounds harmless, even reasonable. But it's the seed that grows into betrayal. Lie 1. I just haven't been in the mood lately. Men, let me be brutally honest. This is the most common excuse women use before they cross the line. And it works because it sounds so believable. Who hasn't been stressed? Who hasn't felt tired after long days at work? Hormones shift, life piles up, and we all have times when desire takes a back seat. So when she says it, your instincts tell you to be patient, to nod, to give her space. But here's the truth. Most men never hear. When a woman is deeply in love, stress doesn't push her away. It pulls her closer. When she's tired, she still longs for your presence. Maybe not for wild passion every night, but for closeness, for safety, for comfort in the arms of the man she trusts. Real love doesn't turn physical affection off like a switch. Even in exhaustion, it seeks it out. So when she suddenly has no interest in touching you, when weeks or months pass without intimacy, when she flinches at your hand on her back, that's not stress. That's redirection. Her body hasn't stopped craving connection. It's stopped craving connection with you. And here's the psychology behind it. Once she starts emotionally investing in another man, her body shifts loyalty. Intimacy with you begins to feel like betrayal, not of you, but of him. He becomes her emotional center, and you become the obstacle. Touching you feels wrong, even repulsive, because in her mind, she's already crossed over. This is why you'll notice a contradiction. With you, she's drained. With the rest of the world, she's glowing. She's suddenly hitting the gym again, buying new clothes, posting selfies, spritzing perfume she hasn't worn in years. She's alive for everyone else, except you. That's not coincidence. That's a transfer of desire. Take David, one of my clients. He was a 41-year-old financial analyst whose girlfriend of 3 years suddenly wasn't in the mood. She blamed work stress. And David, being patient, believed her. But then he noticed the 6 a.m. workouts, the new wardrobe, the expensive makeup, the lingerie she never wore with him. Online, she looked confident and radiant. At home, she avoided even holding his hand. The truth hit hard. She wasn't out of the mood. She was just out of the mood with him. That's how it happens. Her mouth says, "I'm tired." But her actions scream, "I'm excited. Just not for you." And if you're not paying attention, you'll waste years making excuses for a woman who's already emotionally checked out. Now, don't misunderstand me. 1 or 2 nights of low energy don't equal betrayal. But when withdrawal from you coincides with a sudden glow up for the outside world, that's no dry spell. That's reallocation of intimacy. And if you ignore it, you'll find yourself apologizing for wanting closeness, while she's pouring her desire elsewhere. Lie 2. I just want to focus on myself right now. At first, this sounds noble. Who doesn't want a partner committed to growth? You hear this line and think, great, she's working on herself. This will only strengthen us. But here's the catch. When a woman truly wants to grow inside a healthy relationship, she includes you in the journey. She shares the books she's reading. She talks about the insights she's discovering. She asks for your perspective, because real growth inside love is collaborative. But when every step of her growth shuts you out, when her workshops are solo, when her journaling is secret, when your presence is framed as an obstacle instead of support, that's not growth. That's separation. That's her rehearsing life without you. Chris, another client, learned this the hard way. His girlfriend got deep into inner child healing and weekend retreats. Chris supported her, even paid for some workshops, but every time he asked to join in or read the same books, she resisted. "This is my journey, not ours," she snapped. And soon, her growth included out-of-town trips, new friends he never met, late nights without explanation. In the end, it wasn't about healing. It was about creating distance. That's the trap. She reframes your desire to stay connected as control. She makes you feel guilty for wanting to be included. And suddenly, her self-care becomes her exit strategy. Men, remember, true growth draws you closer. Fake growth pushes you out. Lie 3, you're being too controlling. This is one of the slickest deflections in the book. You ask a simple, normal question. Who were you texting? Why did you come home late? Instead of answering, she attacks. Now you're the insecure one. You're the toxic one. But here's the truth. When someone has nothing to hide, transparency flows naturally. Clarity feels easy. When she has secrets, though, every question feels like a threat. So she goes on the offensive. Mark, a restaurant manager, once asked his girlfriend about late-night texts. Calm voice. No accusations. Her response, fury. "You're controlling. You're suffocating me." Mark ended up apologizing for even asking. Later, he found out she was texting a coworker she was secretly seeing. That's the trick. By attacking you, she shifts the spotlight away from her behavior and onto your supposed flaws. over time, you stop asking. You doubt your instincts. And that's exactly what she wants. Your silence. Lie 4. I just want us to be honest with each other. Sounds beautiful, right? Finally, she wants transparency. But often, this isn't about honesty. It's about selective honesty. She wants to know everything about you. Your past, your fears, your regrets, while dodging questions about her own behavior. Tom, one of my clients, lived this nightmare. His girlfriend pried into every detail of his past, saying it made her feel closer. But whenever he asked about her late nights or male friends, she deflected. "Why can't you just trust me?" she'd say. Do you see the pattern? She feeds you enough truth to calm you, while hiding the truths that would expose her. That's not vulnerability. That's strategy. Real honesty flows both ways. Selective honesty is control, and it's often the prelude to betrayal. So, what do you do when you hear these lies? Most men argue. They beg. They investigate. And in doing so, they look insecure while she quietly continues her plan. Don't do that. Don't argue. Don't beg. Just observe, because actions never lie. When she says, "I'm tired," watch if she still seeks closeness in other ways, or if she pours energy into her looks while avoiding you. When she says, "I need to focus on myself," watch if growth includes you or pushes you out. When she says, "You're controlling," check whether your questions were unreasonable or simply basic trust. When she says, "Let's be honest," ask yourself if honesty flows both ways or only benefits her. And above all, trust your gut. Your instincts aren't paranoia. They're data. Your subconscious noticing shifts before your conscious mind catches up. If your chest feels heavy, even while her words sound logical, trust your chest. The right woman will never make you feel like a detective in your own relationship. She won't punish your curiosity. She won't ration the truth. She'll make love feel safe, not confusing. So let's recap. 1. I just haven't been in the mood lately. Isn't about stress, it's about redirected desire. 2. I just want to focus on myself. Isn't growth, it's groundwork for leaving. 3. You're being too controlling. Isn't about your insecurity, it's her deflection. 4. I just want us to be honest. Isn't transparency, it's selective honesty that hides the truth. Men, if you only remember one thing, remember this. Confusion is not love. If you feel spun in circles, you're being manipulated. So don't argue. Don't beg. Don't waste years trying to logic your way through lies. Step back. Watch her actions. Trust your gut. And protect yourself before it's too late. If this video gave you clarity, hit that like button so more men can wake up. Subscribe for more truths no one else will tell you. Comment below with your story. It might help another man see what's really happening. And share this with a brother who needs it. Because silence is where manipulation thrives. Stay sharp, stay awake, and never let anyone convince you that confusion equals love.